Hey everybody, and welcome to the Daily Scopes for the 11th of April. So today we got the moon entering the void of course at 3:55. Check out the playlist for that. The moon also enters Sagittarius at 8:29 a.m. All times are in GMT time, so again, all of this will be on the playlist. So yeah, the first aspect of today is Venus making a trine to Pluto. So when Venus makes a trine to Pluto, which entered on the 10th of April, is that today on the 11th, and still going to affect us right up until about the 15th, 16th of April. So this energy helps us to deepen our romantic relationships and explore our hidden desires. So for some of you, this be sexual desires. For some of you, it may be the desire to go beyond the surface level of life and get more in tune with your inner spirituality or religion or anything like that. So this cosmic dance of Venus and Pluto can be a passionate, intense and transformative transit. It can be cathartic, giving you that sort of release and providing a great healing energy, focusing on the healing of our relationships with others or our relationships with ourselves at this time. We can examine our emotional intensity or lack of it and why we're so scared of our emotional expression. Also power dynamics, if you're in a struggle with family members or your partner where one of you or a group of you are trying to always be in control, or you don't use your power enough and you let other people manipulate you and walk over you. Why do you do that? Also, some of you may be open up to exploring the ways that you can connect deeply with others on an emotional and erotic kind of sensual level. During this time, we are gifted with the ability to dive deep into our deepest emotions and communicate our unspoken desires with our partners, if you feel safe enough to do so. This can lead to a deepening of trust and an increased sense of intimacy. One of the biggest negative effects of this transit between the Venus trine to Pluto is that, again, this whole power struggles and manipulation energy that it can bring, and there can be a desire for control and dominance, which can cause tension and conflict and manipulation in relationships. So earlier I said about the safe space, so just make sure your partner or you're not the one that your partner opens up to and then you use this information to make them feel sane or to control them. Don't let no one do that to you, and don't do that to others as well, because it's important to be mindful of these tendencies that sometimes we can use what people say to us to try and control them, and this is just not good for healthy relationships. It just makes the relationship toxic. So be open to honest communication to avoid any negative effects that this transit can bring, and focus on the positive growth that it can allow in your relationship with others or with yourself. By embracing this transformative energy, we can unlock the full extent of our emotional and sexual selves, leading to a greater sense of personal fulfillment and a more profound connection with ourselves or our partners. When Venus is making a trine to Pluto, content creators can focus on talking about how we can deepen our relationships with tips and strategies to do that, how we can let go of our toxic thought and behaviour and relationship patterns, and how we can explore our sexuality in safe ways. We've all got desires, and it's not good to repress them, but it's also not good to break other people's boundaries. We must make sure that we gain consent for any sexual act we want to do and not take it for granted that someone's our partner. That means we can do whatever we like to them. It's about respecting each other's needs and wishes and finding that healthy compromise. So talking about how not to make our partners feel guilty or ashamed, and how to provide that safe space where all partners in any relationship can talk open and honestly about their desires. Also providing tips how we can turn an unhealthy relationship healthy, especially if everybody involved wants that to happen. How we can untangle any blocks we may have to being honest and open with ourselves and others, or anything else that's holding us back. How can we release those so we can, get on with our personal growth and our relationship growth. What are toxic dynamics in relationships, like shaming, guilting, manipulating others to do what we want, and how can we grow out of these unhealthy behaviours to provide, loving relationships, and what holds us back from being emotional, why we are ashamed of sharing our emotions. So content that explores how we can embrace our own personal power and self-worth as well. So all in all, this is a great time to explore and embrace our desires and preferences, whether we are alone or within a partnership, and to focus on healthy and consensual interactions with others, and also content that helps us to share our self-love with others, and how we can set those boundaries, and how we can practice safe sexual experiences that may involve BDSM and stuff like that. How can we do this safely without taking it too far? How we can do it in boundaried sort of ways. So content around that, or talking about those sort of things with your partners, is the best use of this energy. Also today, the Sun makes a conjunction to Jupiter. So, Jupiter expands everything. So this transit brings good luck and allows you to make progress in your career or personal growth as well. And you may find yourself, some of you, presented with a unique opportunity that can take your life to a next level, especially if you've got strong 5th house, 1st house, Sun, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, and 9th house and 12th house energy in your natal chart as well, or aspects involved in planets in these houses. So this energy encourages us to take charge of our life and to seize the moment, and the universal energies are conspiring to help you succeed, but watch out for being overconfident, taking on too much, which can lead to burnout. So pacing yourself, which is taking slow and steady steps rather than rushing and thinking that you can do everything. Also, it's important to be mindful of your limitations. And this is not to say, obviously, we should believe that we can do anything we put our mind and action to, but also respect that some things take more time than what we think they're taking stuff. So instead of rushing ahead with every opportunity, it's best to step back, review your priorities, and make a plan. By tapping into this energy, you can harness the forces of good luck and create an unstoppable momentum towards your dreams. Trust in the power of the universe and believe that everything is possible and is unfolding as it should be. Stay open and receptive to new possibilities, because this energy of this transit is all about expanding your horizons and taking bold risks. So that was the daily scopes for the 11th of April.